Hey guys, today we'll be making an adorable Ruffle fall deco mesh wreath with items from the dollar store. What you will need: I have my wreath ring, and then I have some fall deco mesh. I decided to go with the striped deco mesh because it's so cute, and you will also need scissors. Alright, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is take 2 rows of your mesh and layer them one on top of the other, and then you're going to tie your mesh in a knot on the innermost ring. Once you have it tied in a knot, you're just going to cut away the excess. And then we're going to start forming our loops. So then you're going to take your mesh and pull it through the first space to make a nice little loop. And the size of the loop is completely up to you. If you want a larger wreath, make larger loops. If you want a smaller wreath, make smaller loops. So I'm going to make a loop just like that. And then I'm going to repeat this step for the other 2 spaces. So I'm going to make 2 more loops. So I'm going to have a loop for each of my 3 spaces. Alright, once I have my 3 loops, I try to keep them similar in size. I'm going to scrunch it all together. And then I'm going to twist my mesh a couple of times. And then I'm going to start over with the first innermost space and repeat the same steps again, making 3 loops. Now, the amount of loops you want in each section, again, that is completely up to you. I usually make 2 rows of 3, but you can definitely go with 3 rows of 3 if you want a tighter wreath, but 2 rows of 3 usually makes a pretty decent sized wreath. So that's what one section looks like. And then I'm just going to repeat the same steps all the way around the wreath. Alright, so once you start coming to the end of your mesh, you're just going to cut it off of the roll, and you're going to tie it in a knot on your wreath ring, and then cut away the excess mesh. And you may have a different stopping point. It just depends on how large you're making your loops, but wherever you stop, this would be the same step that you would take. So you're going to take your next 2 rows of mesh and make a knot on the exact same row that you stopped your previous knot. So the 2 knots are going to be right beside each other. So you can pick up right where you left off with making your loops. And once the wreath is completely done, you won't be able to see any of your knots at all. And then continue on doing the same steps until you have completed your wreath. Alright, so once you get to the very end, I'm just going to loop my mesh and make a nice little knot. And then cut away the excess deco mesh. Again, it's not going to be visible, so you can just tuck it away inside your wreath. Alright, now you can leave the mesh layered, but I like to separate the layers because I think it just makes for an even poofier wreath. So I'm going to separate the layers and do this all the way around my wreath. You don't have to separate every single loop, but you can move around and just go with whatever you prefer. It looks so cute, precious, simple, and easy to make. All items can be purchased at Dollar Tree, so you can make this entire wreath for less than $10. Modify the style, the color, add in any additional embellishments you'd like. Just have fun with it and make it your own.